Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Hello everybody, Dan Ward here, Ward on Sports. You know what it is. We're talking NFC North predictions for the 2022 NFL season. We've got the Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Green Bay Packers. Let's jump right into it. Finishing at the bottom of the division, I have the Bears. Only about 3 or 4 wins. I think that there's just going to be a lot of growing pains with this team. Sure, you have Darnell Mooney, you have David Montgomery. Is he going to be a big part of the offense? Is it going to be somebody else taking over the running back role? Is Justin Fields going to be as good as people hope that he's going to be? I want to see him have success, but even so, the NFC does have a lot of really good teams, maybe not as many dominant teams or powerhouse teams like the AFC, but it is still a pretty deep conference with a lot of teams fighting for playoff spots. So I think the Bears are going to have a tough time this year. I think their division is pretty strong, and you just can't really have that much confidence in a rookie quarterback and a team that didn't really produce as well as they thought they would last season. So it's step backwards, hopefully a step forwards for Fields, but a step backwards for the Bears overall. Detroit Lions coming in at number 3, 6-11 record, much improved from a season ago. I honestly think that they could do even better than that, finish around 8 wins. They are a tough over-under if you're a betting fan for me, because they're still the Lions, but they showed a lot of improvement last season at the end of the year. They've got a solid wide receiver. If Jared Goff can just be decent, then they've got a quarterback, a receiver, a running back, and a lot of future growth and a head coach that is bringing the energy at the very least. So Detroit's been bad for a while. It's hard to predict them to be a sleeper team or a potential playoff team. I would like to see it personally. I wouldn't mind the Lions competing for a playoff spot. I think they'll be improved. I think that Swift will have a good year. I think that St. Brown will have another good year. I think that you'll see a lot of potential in growth moving forward, potentially next year being the year that they can finally get back into the playoffs for the first time in I don't know how long. But this year, I want to see improvement, a first week loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, and then a solid season after that. But still having them finish third because the top 2 teams are both potential playoff teams and arguably contenders for the NFC Championship and beyond. But who am I taking at number 2? It's probably not who most of you people think. Green Bay Packers. They're going to finish with the same record as the Vikings, but the Vikings will win the head-to-head/division matchup to take the division crown. 11-6, as Aaron Rodgers doesn't have as many weapons around him as he did last year. Losing Devontae Adams brings them down a little bit. Another year older for Rodgers. Perhaps his headspace could be even better than what it's been in the past. I love a lot of what he's been talking about and how he views things and some of the retreats that he's going on and things of that nature. Definitely would be lying if I didn't say I'm behind that type of stuff. But is it also what he needs to be a competitive football player? I don't know. If he can make it work for him, Packers could run away and be one of the top teams in the NFC again this year. I think that they struggle a little bit at times. Their defense is supposed to be heavily improved. We've seen defenses fail to expectations in the past. I don't know if the wide receivers are really going to be good enough for him. I think having that one solidified superstar number 1 last year made all the other wide receivers better because defenses had to focus heavily on Adams. You lose that, it takes a lot away from the offense. Will the 2 running back situation, will they both be able to be superstars like many project, or will they fall back because of that running back 50-50 split? A lot of questions for me. Not really sure if the Packers can continue this success that they've had of winning division after division and being Super Bowl contenders. This is a pick that not a lot of people are going to agree with probably. A lot of people have the Packers essentially running away with this division, their division to lose. But I think they do lose it. I think it's about time for the Vikings to step back up and take over the division crown. Kirk Cousins is always solid year in and year out. They've got Justin Jefferson. They have Dalvin Cook. They have an all-around good team. The defense is going to be much improved from a season ago. New head coach, new philosophies, new ideas, all that type of stuff. Part of it's a little bit of bias rooting for my Uncle Tony's team to make it to the playoffs to win the division over the Packers. But I do think that this is a good Vikings team. I think that they can overcome that hurdle of the Green Bay Packers and finally take back this division. So again, in reverse order from how I started this, it's Minnesota Vikings at number 1, Green Bay Packers, same record, but finishing number 2. The Detroit Tigers, 6-11, number 3, and the Bears having a bad season, 3 or 4 wins at best. Short, sweet, to the point. That's how we're trying to do these predictions this year. That's how we're trying to do these videos. Take a look at all my other prediction videos that I have on my channel. Like, subscribe, do all the things that you're supposed to do to YouTube videos. Let me know what you think about the NFL this season. Take it easy. Have a good one.
Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation.